is going to do her fourth speech, her fourth project, and it's called How to Say It, How Not to Bond? How Not to Bond. Her speech is 5 to 7 minutes, and it's all about, it's actually a topic that's near and dear to my heart, about selecting the right words, the right structure, avoiding jargon. So please help me welcome Maureen to this wonderful speech about how to say it.
My jaw dropped. I could not believe my eyes. I looked over at my soccer teammates. What are we gonna do? We were all surprised and frankly a little scared. We knew we were in trouble. We had no choice. We had to take the freshman soccer player to the emergency room. I was a senior at Wofford College and a member of the soccer team. My teammates and I spent the first month before classes going through preseason. A grueling process comprised of multiple fitness tests, multiple weightlifting sessions, and multiple soccer practices. Preseason took place in Spartanburg, South Carolina in August. And needless to say, it was hot. Temperatures were in the 90s and humidity was in full force. It felt like we were playing soccer in a sauna. With all the running and with all the weightlifting, our bodies felt permanently sore. Because my teammates and I were all going through this unpleasant experience as we worked towards a common goal, we bonded. Every preseason, however, we like to incorporate a special way of bonding with the newcomers, the freshmen. Typically, we have the freshmen sing a song in front of the soccer team, but this year we wanted to be more creative. We wanted a more exciting bonding experience. We came up with what we thought was the perfect plan. It was 1 a.m. The upperclassmen gathered in a dorm room. On the count of 3, we ran through the building, opening the doors where the sleeping freshmen were located. We had air horns, tambourines, and other noisemakers to wake them up. We told them, "Leave the building." I snuck out a little early and hopped into my truck. Yes, I drove a 2002 Ford Ranger in college. That was pretty cool. For sure. The upperclassmen jumped into my truck bed. With their noisemakers in hand, they ordered the freshmen to run to the front of the school. We followed close behind them in my truck. At the front of the school, there was a fountain with a metal structure in the center. We told the freshmen to get into the fountain and touch the metal centerpiece. One by one, the freshmen walked into the fountain as the upperclassmen continued to yell and blare their noisemakers. Suddenly, it became very quiet. I looked at one of the freshmen and I could not believe my eyes. Blood was gushing from her face. How did this happen? Apparently, she decided to swan dive into the 3-foot deep fountain. A large cut ran from the top of her forehead down to her nose. A Band-Aid was not going to solve this problem. We had no choice but to take her to the emergency room. Luckily, she was fine, and the doctor stitched up her wound. We were thankful that our teammate was okay, but we knew we were not going to be okay. Once my coach found out about this bonding experience, she ordered us to come to a practice. She said, "Leave your shin guards and leave your soccer balls because you're not going to need them." The practice was pure fitness. Many of my teammates were reduced to tears. Afterwards, our coach yelled at us and suspended us for one soccer game. Although our punishment was very unpleasant, we knew our situation could have been worse. We knew we were lucky that the freshmen did not suffer permanent damage, and we knew we were lucky that we were still on the soccer team. What did we learn from this experience? 3 things. We learned that peer pressure is not a good way to bond with people. We learned that nothing good comes after midnight. And we learned, most importantly, to always tell people how deep a fountain is before they get into the water.